YouTube, what's up? We back. Achilles Journal, part 2. Welcome back to it. For those of you who supported, check out part 1. We are officially 3 weeks post-surgery. There's been a lot of progress, which has been great. I got cleared for physical therapy last week and immediately started doing it. I've started cycling. Last week I got on a bike for the first time and it felt amazing. I am someone who recently, prior to the injury, was active 3 to 4 times a week, probably more than that to be honest, but I was in a gym at least 3 times a week. I was doing cardio 2 times a week. On top of that, I walk my dog every day. Not being able to do that for the full month has been killing me. Like sitting on my ass has been killing me in a lot of ways. So to be able to get on the bike and kind of just feel that blood flow going again and putting a little bit of pressure on it has been great. I'm not using crutches currently at the moment. I am using my knee scooter a bunch to get around long distances, but when I'm around the house, I've been putting pressure and been able to walk around a bit, which has been nice. I do have the even up for my other leg to help with the gait and being able to run and walk. Being able to walk. It's still very funky. I feel like I have a bit of a pimp walk situation going on. But I wanted to talk about the physical therapy part of it because I think a lot of us who have gone through something like this, especially if you're active, you really want to just get back to it. No one likes to be injured. No one likes to have to sit on their ass. No one likes to have this happen. So I think for anyone involved, this is a big deal. But so the biggest question is, how do I get back to it? How do I get back to sport? When I was talking to my doctor and I had the post-op conversation, they cut off the surgery dressing and I got to see my foot for the first time in 2 weeks. I have the dissolvable stitches to where I can, I don't have to get sutures taken out or anything like that. But when I tell you that area was still very tender, it still is. So there was a lot going on there. A couple things in your appointment she said is she gave me my, workout plan essentially, like, hey, what does week 2 to week 8 look like? What does week 8 to 12 look like? And big things I asked were, can I travel? How soon can I travel? When can I start doing physical therapy? When can I work out, do all these things? And she's like, you're cleared for a lot of things. The only precaution is obviously you need to focus on, getting the mind to muscle connection back to your foot, ankle, leg, essentially anything below your knee. I have severely underestimated how hard that is. To get to the physical therapy side, I called probably 10 physical therapists here in the Miami area based on a sheet that the doctors gave me. The one thing I wanted to find out were 3 main questions. A, has any of these physical therapists worked with someone who has had Achilles tendon injury before? And what were those results? 2, how are their protocols when it comes to return to sport and day-to-day life? How do they differ, philosophy and execution-wise? And 3, do they take insurance? As cliche as it is, we all want to see how much we can save on this. I did have the conversation recently of like, if I could pay someone, I don't know, let's just say $5,000 outright to never have to worry about this, would I pay them without question? The answer is obviously yes. So I don't want to cheap out on physical therapy by any means. I want the right person, but I also don't want to have to spend a lot if I don't have to as well. If I have the means and the insurance and things like that to do it. The problem is insurance companies suck. Like, let's just talk about that straight up. They suck. And you don't know what they cover is never the thing that you really want. It's always some like decrepit, old, dated person that is 48 miles away from you. And it's just far from convenient. So after, I called so many and then I finally narrowed it down to 2. I'm doing one that's definitely more medical focused, followed by one that's more performance, return to sport focused. And I'm gonna do those up with some strength training as well. A bunch of the improvements I've seen is I'm able to move my toes. I'm able to do in and out movements with that, as well as just general dorsiflexion on my foot, and toe curls, which is a sign of things kind of coming together. It is trippy to do stuff like heel lifts because you obviously can do it on your right leg, and then when I try to do it on my left leg, it looks like I have no connection from mind to muscle, which technically I probably don't right now, based on the fact that it's learning and healing. So it's been weird, but it's been fun in some capacities, I'll say. Not having to elevate my leg as much anymore has been awesome. I still ice every day. I still use red light therapy where I can. I still use TENS therapy where I can, just to help stimulate those muscles, wake some of those blood flows up. But for right now, before I get into anything else, I'm gonna go actually on cycle for a bit, kind of show you guys the progress there. And we're back. I had to get my workout in, some cycling in. Also, I had a bunch of phone calls before I go to PT here in a bit. But one of the things I wanted to highlight today, and I might have not said a good job at the top of the video. Today marks the official 3 weeks since I've had surgery. So I'm 3 weeks post-op. First week, strictly recovery. Second week, started to make some progress. This week is a real PT. But today also marks, you're hearing the Velcro in the background because I'm taking my boot off. Today also marks the fact that I get to take out my heel lift for the first time. So I figured we get to show you this on camera. So one of the things about these heel lifts is I have to keep my foot at a certain flexion as of the moment. And today is the first day I get to take off the dreaded heel lift. And I want to show you guys this of what it looks like and what I have it to. So these are my heel lifts. Let me try to get closer to y'all. These are the heel lifts. You can't see them here. I'll put a photo up because it's faded. But the actual dates of when I'm supposed to take each heel lift off is here. So the first heel lift, and I'm gonna take this part off. So the first heel lift comes off today, which is 5/29, May 29th. So we are going to do this in person. So this is what progress looks like, folks. First one off. And that's the first one, 5/29. Hey, we did it. So this now goes back into my boot, and I am walking on essentially these to help out with my general flexion. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm nervous as hell. Pick up this bad boy here. Put you back in the boot. And that's the first milestone. It sounds so corny, but it feels good. One of the things about this boot, it's still very hard for me individually to put on by myself, mainly because my flexibility is trash. But we are here. I actually have more room in my boot now, which feels right, and I love it. So today I have an appointment with, I've been working with 2 physical therapists. I have an appointment with my second one today. This is gonna be the evaluation, so I'll take you guys along that, just kind of get a general idea of what that is. From that, I will probably be starting a second PT program, which is great. My goal is to get all of my PTs, physical trainers, doctors, all those guys connected. I almost wanna make like the Devon protocol group chat and like think about me as a $1 million man, just trying to come back and be who I need to be. So, but I wanted to share this milestone as well as the others and kind of bring you up to speed on where it's been the last 3 weeks. Again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you hanging out with me. I appreciate you following a little bit of this journey. Again, we are progressing. So long story short, we're almost there. All right, I'll see you guys at PT. Locked in, got here to PT now. Late night, but we're gonna get after it a bit. I'm really excited because this was definitely a performance-based PT. She's real locked in on stuff, so probably get some shots of things we got going on, but yeah. So this is what it is right here. They got a lot going on, but you got the full bench here, obviously straight here, branch it, all this. Got their treadie too. Look, we gonna be active, man.
Super, super, super comfortable. Right now, we're just trying to get swelling out, healing going.